Okay, I think they're all
Alright,
picked out.
thank you, Ringrush. Okay, so here we go. Race has started. And our runners are just on a stream delay, but there we are, they're off. I'll show the image, the full image here. This challenge is called Crystal Clear. The objective is to get as many golden bananas as you can under the effect of a Cranky transformation barrel, meaning Strong Kong, Rocketbarrel, Orangstand Sprint, Mini Monkey, or Hunky Chunky. And you have to be in that move, basically using that move while you grab the golden banana for it to count. And this is a 1 hour and a half time limit challenge. So, and there's no limit on how many golden bananas you can collect. Whoever gets the most is the winner, pretty much. So we will see, each runner has a counter in the corner of their screen. That will be indicating the number of golden bananas that they have collected while using one of those 5 moves. Oh, someone asked if we have any VC players. I have a couple of... sorry, I just got a question about is TBS allowed? And it counts basically so long as you're still using the crystals, basically.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be one of the big differentiators here is if someone starts going for TBS, there's a few things you can get that are probably significantly faster than going for long bananas. But we'll see how much people take use of it.
Yeah, both Corncob and Mumbo asked me that right off the bat. So they probably both have some idea. Well, Mumbo we know has an idea of exactly what this challenge is. Last week we thought we might be doing 2 challenges, so we had already revealed the hint image. So players got an unusually long amount of time to actually prepare for this challenge. And basically, Mumbo for sure knew what the challenge was going to be, so I'm really curious to see how much that helped him going into this race.
Yeah, I feel like multiple people figured out what the challenge would be just from a picture of DK's butt with a few sparkles on it, which is impressive. To respond to chat, these runners will be using heavy glitches, so you don't really need gold bananas for progression, but they will... If they do get other gold bananas that are not under the effects of any kind of barrel move, then it won't count towards their counter. So we may see them, like, for instance, grab a banana coming into Japes. That's not going to count. As per usual, it seems like everyone's doing a beeline to the ferry at the start. I don't think any race we've had, this hasn't been the start. Do the training barrels, go to the ferry immediately. Which, fine, it's a good way to get a bunch of coins early on, and coins are going to be incredibly useful here to buy all the moves, because, of course, every barrel move is in fact a move. And some of them, such as Orangstand Sprint, you actually learn pretty late, and will need to invest a lot of coins into getting.
Captain Dingpot asked, who's Corncob? Corncob is another DK64 runner. She's also participating in this challenge. We actually have 7 participants tonight, the most we've had in any of these challenges so far, so that's really exciting. So she's not one of the 4 on stream, but if you'd like to see everyone who's streaming, you can actually go to this race time channel and just click on the Twitch icon. It'll take you to the streams of each of the runners. Alright, so go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's always interesting to see how some people decide to get the Aztec top rainbow coin and some people don't. And I wonder how much thought goes into that versus just comfort with that trick.
Yeah, I just got into the habit of always getting it because I think it's a pretty quick one. And if you are going to beeline it to Castle Kongs, it lets you get pretty quick 3 to 4 rainbow coins. The fourth one being Castle Lobby, before you need to buy any moves.
Who do you buy a Super Simian Slam with? Would it be Diddy?
If you're getting Monkey Port, I would just get it with Tiny. But, you know, would they get Monkey Port in this challenge? They might.
I was thinking Orangstand Sprint.
Oh, because you're going to want Orangstand Sprint for sure. So you could definitely get it with Lanky, yeah. That might be the best option.
I was thinking if you get it with Diddy, you could skip a rainbow coin. But
oh, because you're not getting Simian Spring. Yeah, that's true. So as a reminder, the challenge, in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, is crystal clear. So they have to get Cranky's abilities. They have to purchase the moves Strong Kong. Well, you don't have to purchase all of the moves, but you have to collect golden bananas using Strong Kong, Rocketbarrel, Orangstand Sprint, Mini Monkey, or Hunky Chunky. And you're probably going to want to get all 5 of those moves. And figure out which golden bananas in the game can be collected while using those moves. It's got to be in an area where the barrel exists. I mean, there's no way to be in a move without having, you know, jumped into one of those barrels, pretty much. So that does limit your options. But even with that, a lot of the level's main area of the level have one of those barrels. And so you could potentially, you know, try to use that move and then go out of bounds to a different part of the level where a golden banana is. But there also are plenty of golden bananas that you can just get without any sort of special tricks using these moves. Like there's plenty of just golden bananas throughout the game that, like for example, Lanky's Rabbit Race in Fungi Forest. You normally collect that with Orangstand Sprint. So, or like the Owl Race as well. But those are also pretty slow golden bananas, so the players are definitely gonna try to get some quicker ones figured out.
So Rocketbarrel here is going to be like the most important thing, right? I imagine that gets you a lot of different stuff. Or am I off base there? You haven't played it.
Okay, what? There's another question in the chat.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
No problem.
What other challenges you've done in the past? Good question. Our first challenge was called Gas Plant Citricide, and it was to defeat all 40 blueprints with only dealing damage using oranges. That was a fun opener for the challenge series. Our second challenge was Squawks Talks, which was to talk to Squawks as many times as you could find. Or no, it was 30 times, I think, yeah. For whoever found 30 Squawks locations was the winner. And then our third challenge was Banana Blitz, which was to collect as many colored bananas as you can in an hour without collecting any banana medals. And so far, the winners of each challenge have been Candyboots, Candyboots, and Candyboots. So I'm very interested to see, will we have a new challenge winner today?
I hope Mumbo can convert on his practice. So he was practicing this challenge before he even knew what it was, just because he guessed what it could be.
Yeah.
Just because it's a pretty good challenge. Like if you think about it for a while, you could kind of come up with it. And I want to see if that practice comes into play.
I'm sure it will. He might even have an idea of like which golden bananas he's going to go for first and which ones he saved as sort of backups. Certainly in an hour and a half, you're still going to have more available to you that like you're not going to get all of the possible ones in the game in that short amount of time.
So Adam is, I don't want to say he's doing organic, but at least he's running back here with Strong Kong maybe?
Yes, this is a golden banana that is pretty easy to get with Strong Kong in Aztec. There's basically 2 easy ones for DK and Aztec. There's the bonus barrel in the back of the level that you can normally collect that with Strong Kong, nothing fancy needed. And there's this one where you can bring Strong Kong up from the blueprint room to grab the golden banana by the llama cage. So I'm expecting to see him do that. Probably to do both of those. But he's the only one who seems to have decided to basically invest his time in Aztec to get these 2 initial golden bananas. I do expect other runners actually to revisit Aztec once they have like Rocketbarrel, because there's a few more quick ones for Diddy in this area. So just because Adam's getting this now, I think the other runners could just easily get this later.
In Aztec, are there any other barrels outside of the main area? I'm trying to rack my brain, but all the ones I can think about are in the overworld.
There is a mini monkey barrel in the main area, but I don't think Tiny can really reach anything with it. But she can get, of course, the claptrap, the minigame where you defeat the claptraps in the Tiny Temple. That's a pretty simple one for Tiny to get as mini monkey. And there is a Hunky Chunky one in the main area as well. You can get the bonus barrel under the cage. The only thing is you have to complete the bonus barrel, then go back to get Hunky Chunky, and then pick up the GB. Because you don't automatically have it when you're out of the barrel.
Yeah, the one in Tiny's Temple is interesting, because there's also a tag barrel in there, and I wonder if you TBS there, for example...
No, there's no tag barrel there.
Inside... Sorry, not inside Tiny's Temple, I meant inside Llama Temple.
Ah, the Llama Temple. Right, Tiny could also potentially get the one in Llama Temple. I forgot about that. That might be a little tougher, because it's across, like, a far way. You might have to, like, tank a lot of damage to do that as Mini Monkey. But I'm sure it's possible.
Between that and, even just, like, tagging Lanky for the... Sorry, tagging DK for the free Lanky GP. With TBS.
Yeah, using TBS to transfer a barrel move to a different Kong is something that I'm very curious who's gonna try to incorporate that into their routing. I think Corncob, as she asked me about it, whether or not that would count, had mentioned in DMs, basically, can she do the beanstalk skip in Fungi? Which is a funny example, because you can actually do that with Mini Monkey anyway. But it would skip getting the bean, and so, yeah.
Adam here with the pressure to phase walk under a crystal coconut ticking down.
Yep, but he's got it. So he's definitely going to have 2 before he's out of Aztec here. Now, I did wonder if this challenge would be appropriate to put on like an infinite crystals cheat. I think Mumbotoken was kind of hoping we'd allow that. But when I play tested it, it was without any cheats on, and it worked just fine. It does disincentivize certain golden bananas with Mini Monkey in particular, where like sometimes like you theoretically can get a golden banana with Mini Monkey, but it's so far away from the barrel and it just takes so long to get over there as a small Kong that that I like was not making it in time, or if I did make it in time, it would consume like 10 plus crystals.
So I would expect people then to get a lot of fairy pictures. 1, because they refill, of course, and 2, because they increase your maximum crystal coconuts you can hold.
Yeah. Yeah, I do expect people could be picking up fairies as they go, especially if they're running low on crystal coconuts. Oh no, Mumbotoken got trapped behind the portal. That is something that can happen if you phase walk a little too close. Oh, he got out though. Alright,
for future reference, you could just go in and out of the portal.
You could, but I think either way he was planning to phase walk into the boss, so it would be still one phase walk either way.
Okay, because I don't feel like talking about the K-Lumsy intro cutscene any more than I have in my lifetime, and because we also see 2 people working on King Cutout Kongs, let's look at what Bismuth is doing.
Sure. So it looks like he's gonna buy Strong Kong now, since he didn't get to do that in Aztec.
In Castle, where would you expect them to go?
Good question. Are there any golden bananas that you would stay in Castle, first of all? to get. I think I would probably, yeah, I would get the Big Bug Bash at the top. It's just like a quick and easy bonus barrel that you can stay in flight after. Like, you automatically stay in flight for that anyway, so there's no reason not to do that one unless you think it's too long or something, but I don't think it's too long. But Castle doesn't have a lot of...
Crypt?
Yeah, Lanky's Crypt is a good option. For sure.
That's all I can think of. There must be something else that I'm missing, but... Yeah, Castle's really bad.
No, it doesn't have that many. You can get Library with Strong Kong. Actually, that's another quick one.
Right.
If you can chain in, like, Big Bug Bash into Library Clip, into the Lanky Crypt, I think that would be the way to route it. If you choose to do those golden bananas. Okay, Bismuth is leaving Castle without doing any of those.
Without many moves either.
Yeah, he's probably planning to buy the rest of the moves in a level where you have a friendlier Cranky location. You know, something where the tag barrel's nearby. Because that's the one big downside to Castle. If you want to stay there near the beginning of a Castle Kong's route, it just takes forever to keep going back to Cranky's with different Kongs to get your moves. So, and Factory's got a decent number of. Has it? Yeah, Factory's got at least you know, several quick golden bananas that you can get with the transformation barrels. You've got like a mini monkey one with Tiny by the arcade. You've got the Crusher.
Bad hit detection wheel. Bad hit detection man.
Bad hit detection man is actually a false option. Like, I think it could be... People could be lured into doing bad hit detection man, but actually, when you defeat him, the Hunky automatically goes away, and the barrel does not come back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So you do not have that as an option. Easily. Yeah, people might fall for that one.
You could also take... If you phase walk out of there with Hunky Chunky, you could also maybe take him somewhere else, like the prod room.
The challenge with phase walking out of there is that the camera does not leave the room. That fight is played on a fixed camera, so you have to like navigate without seeing too well. You can use first person to like periodically see where you are, but I wouldn't recommend going for anything there. Like even if you chose to try that, like, what really are your options? It's like, maybe if you cleared the bonus barrel, you can try to get back to that. But I have no idea how I'd even attempt to do all that.
I think you could do something in prod room, but yeah, it's probably not worth it. I know you have to repeatedly use C-up, which is not fun.
Wow, I want to make a note at Candyboots going straight away to Caves. That is an interesting choice. I suppose Caves does actually have a good amount of golden bananas that you could use for this challenge. Oh, he was so close to getting into Cranky's before the cutscene. But it's fine. He would have had to watch this probably at some point anyway. At least it didn't make him fall down the slope.
Caves to me is like the most barrel-centric level. There's so many things that are like Rocketbarrel, Orangstand Sprint, Mini Monkey.
Yeah, at the very least, you're going to want to get the Mad Maze Mall and Rocketbarrel. You can get... You could probably get, like, Hunky Chunky down to the Ice Shield GB. You can definitely get Mini Monkey to pick up her Ice Shield GB. Ooh, you know what? When I was testing this challenge, there was a GB I almost thought for sure would be possible with Mini Monkey. It was the bonus barrel in the Warp 3 cave. Turns out it's too high off the ground. You can't actually grab it, so...
That's funny. That's a phase walk and wall crawl to it, probably.
Yeah, that might be possible. But in terms of just, like, using the Mini Monkey that's there in the room, it's no good. But you can use the Mini Monkey in the Warp 4 area to take a Monkey Port pad as Mini Monkey, because that still works, and grab the Monkey Port GB. So...
Interesting.
I'll be interested to see if Candy goes for that one.
No, here I have my ABC hat on. I was like, oh, what if someone puts a boulder underneath and then uses Mini Monkey to jump to the banana? No one's going to do that. No one's going to go for that.
Oh, Mumbo was asking me if boulder GB duping is allowed. It's not allowed. It's never allowed in these kind of challenges, unless we had a challenge that revolved around using it, but no.
It revolved around duping golden banana, because everyone's just pre-wired to not think about or care about that.
Yeah.
Pain from just...
Alright, so yeah, Candyboots buying his moves in caves. That's a good spot. Like the tag barrel's right next to Chunky. Bismuth buying the moves in factory, which is also a good spot, and the more conventional. Adam is buying Monkey Port in, I imagine, Castle? Like, I don't think he would have left Castle yet, since he spent more time in Aztec. And Mumbotoken going up to Factory. So Mumbotoken basically following Bismuth's footsteps here.
If you're getting Monkey Port, you have to get it in Castle, because the main draw of it is to warp up to the top of K-Roll Isle and fall down to Factory.
Mm-hmm. Candyboots got Gorilla Grab. Maybe as just in case? Does that unlock anything?
Turning on the production room?
Hmm.
Or some things in there?
Production room... Upper production room is kind of hard for this challenge, because like the nearest Hunky Chunky and Mini Monkey barrels are so far away.
Yeah.
So I don't think you do upper production. I think you just do the Crusher room, which is an easy Strong Kong GB.
Yeah, but I also... Opening production room just for that is kind of weird. When you could just...
No, you wouldn't open it. You can clip into that.
I like how 21 minutes in, 3 people still have nothing.
Yeah.
It's always the weird thing with DK.
There's always a lot of setup time, and then once you have all the moves that you need, and like all the levels are open to you, everything is super fast after that.
What is Mumbo?
Mumbo is at the top of production
room.
room.
High warp, I guess?
I don't really think there's any... Yeah, like we were talking about how upper production room doesn't really have any...
Ooh, that was a bad miss. I assume he was going for the high warp, but he missed the edge there.
Well, the high warp is right under Lanky's GB. Maybe he doesn't know that, but... Yeah, he didn't need to try to kick jump to the side, if that's all he wanted.
Well, I can't imagine what else he'd be doing up there. Like...
Maybe he does think that there's some GB up there that he would want to go for, but that would surprise me. Alright, Adam, gonna get his third. He's the only person who's actually, you know, bothered to stay in Castle and do some of the GBs here. I'd love to see him do the library. I think that's a fast one that other runners passed up, maybe shouldn't have.
Probably didn't even think about it, like, because no one ever uses Strong Kong for the library.
But the great thing is you can still do the shortcut into the back and just, you know, you do have to pass the books, but the Strong Kong is just on the other side of the flying books section. But yeah, I think it's something that a lot of speedrunners who are just used to clipping in the back and immediately grabbing the GB, they might have forgotten that that's an option.
Make sure he stays in Rocketbarrel. Good.
Nicely done. That's 3 for Adam. Let's see, a DK tag?
A DK?
Yeah, he knows.
There we go.
Cool. Might want to grab a few crystals around the top of Castle while you're heading over. No? I guess he has enough.
Doesn't want to. I mean, I think Adam is doing incredibly well for himself right now.
Definitely. Off to a strong start. It's really hard to judge for anyone else, though, because of all the, you know, time that it takes to buy the moves that you're going to want to use. Okay. Oh, Candyboots immediately going to that 1 GB that isn't possible. That's rough.
Did you try a skid jump backflip?
I did. I couldn't get it. Oh, man. This challenge series is basically a series of unconventional challenges or unique challenges that you don't see on any leaderboard. So each one has a unique goal that the runners only discover. They only see what the goal is when the race starts, so they have to think on the fly about how to complete it. It's open entry, and there are 8 challenges. in the open section, and then we'll have some playoff matches for the people who have performed the best. Alright, Adam got 4. Yeah, Candyboots is quickly going to realize that this golden banana is pretty high off the ground, and he's going to burn a lot of his crystals in the process, unfortunately.
Well, there are more crystals in the room, at least.
True.
You got that.
Or he's going to prove me wrong and somehow hit, like, a wildly perfect jump. But I don't think this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you damage boost. Oh, no.
Maybe a skid jump backflip into a damage boost off of a falling rock. I don't know. I'd like to see that test.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you could get that with like a variety of methods, but none of them our runners are going to want to do.
Alright, I like Bismuth's choice here. This is a nice and easy one. Tiny's vent in factory. And if he has Tiny's gun, or buys it right after this, Spinning Wheel GB is another very quick one. And also he'll be in time for a fairy to refresh on his crystals. So another reason to go for that. But yeah, there's Bismuth's first GBs.
Is there any GB that multiple people have gotten? I assume no, so that's interesting.
Not that we can see on the mainstream here. Oh, Bismuth is not going straight over to Funky yet. But maybe he's just planning to go up the long way, I don't know. Or maybe he'll... Oh, maybe he's not done buying moves. Didn't think about that.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Feels like old any percent where you just start to buy moves with Tiny, leave.
Alright, Candyboots is gonna do Mad Maze Mall. That's a good one. He can also do the lanky single door cabin. That's a very quick one with Orangstand Sprint. He can do that monkey port one we talked about. What other ones are there in caves? Yeah, Hunky's Ice Shield.
Do you think anyone's gonna get baited by, for instance, Beetle Race?
No, I don't think so. Oh, how did we forget this when we were talking about Castle? Adam's doing the greenhouse. That is a super easy, like, obvious one with Orangstand Sprint. Yeah, good on Adam. I gotta say, it's a little surprising that Mumbo, who basically figured out this challenge in advance, didn't go for any of those in Castle. Unless he wants to go back after having his moves. Which
I think he just doesn't have the moves for it, so...
I'm worried that Candyboots is not gonna have enough crystals to complete this room. Okay, he's smartly getting more.
So is he.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 is good. And then there's a fairy at the end of it. Yeah, Caves was a great play here. Oh, Candyboots does need to update his tracker. Okay, yep, there's number 1. Oh, but he's got to use it. Okay, good. He has guitar.
I wonder if he got guitar for this reason, or if he just had it for... Wait a second, he had guitar. Why didn't he just play it? Okay, whatever.
People like the phase walk.
People want to save frames.
You cannot do the Toy Boss GB in Factory because it does auto-cancel when you finish the fight. But this is another easy one in Caves that I forgot about. Actually, both of Diddy's 5-door cabin rooms can be collected in Rocketbarrel.
Yeah. If you have the coconuts for it, so...
Oh, right, he can't land.
Spawn.
Yeah, he has to grab this before they run out. Oh my god.
I mean, he can grab it when they run out, but he's like falling.
He got it. That was a close one. Definitely get that fairy photo. Yep. Alright, Adam just started Factory now, right? Or no, he was already here for a bit. I can't remember. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was doing castle stuff. Right. Yeah, he's just begun Factory. He
just did greenhouse. So he didn't do dungeon, or crypt, which is fine.
Yeah, that's a bit of the out of the way one. I think I still would have done it, but I don't mind him skipping that. Okay, let's see what Mumbotoken does. I think he's done buying stuff for the most part, or almost done buying stuff. He just collected a coin with Chunky for some reason, or maybe he just wanted the warp. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what Mumbotoken is got planned here? He's got this one planned?
He's TBS. There's no way he's going for this if he's not TBSing.
Interesting.
Unless
Very
he really
interesting.
is like crazy enough to take Hunky Chunky all the way here.
I'm a little worried that Mumbo like might have over-prepared this challenge to the point where like he figured out all these like crazy hard ways of getting certain GBs with a bunch of tricks that he's forgotten how many you can do easily without needing to go to the trouble. He's also not going the right way in this maze.
This is a crazy play.
Like, this GB I never would have considered trying to get.
Because I also thought he said he didn't know how to TBS. Unless he's like actually phase walking out with Hunky Chunky and taking, like pulling a full-on A-button challenge and taking Hunky Chunky all the way to this room.
There is a 1 hour and a half time limit, so spending a long time doing some elaborate setup for a GB is ultimately not worth it. Maybe it would have been if we increased the time limit to like 2 or 3 hours. I mean, for sure at 3 hours, but at 1 hour and a half, you kind of just want to do the easy ones.
Bananas are piling up quickly for Candyboots.
Yep, doing a good job at caves. Oh, and
So this is
Caves
a good
Lobby.
one. Yeah, this is a really good one.
Actually, both in Caves Lobby, Diddy's and DK's.
Yeah, if there's a runner who doesn't go through Caves Lobby, then I think that's a mistake. Even if it's like you don't go into caves, you have to get these two. They're so fast.
That's a nice pickup from Bismuth to get the spinning wheel GB. We'll see Adam going and getting the 2 that Bismuth just got, hopefully.
Ooh,
Yeah, Mumbo
really
is... I can't believe Mumbo, for his first golden banana, is going for the Hunky Chunky escape from the giant toy
yeah,
monster.
that's showing off.
Like, if you're gonna do this, do it when there's like 5 minutes remaining and you don't have anything else good to go for.
There is no reason. Okay. Anyways.
I think he just wanted to show off that he figured this out. Alright, Adam taking the lead again at 6, but Candyboots is caught up. And Candyboots is done with stuff in caves. I don't know if he actually got everything he could have. I don't think he got Lanky's one-door cabin, did he?
I thought I saw him in there.
Oh, then maybe it was the
Just
rocket barrel he forgot in Caves Lobby? Did he do both, or did he just do DK?
I think he might have... I don't know. I wasn't watching closely enough. I know he went to Lanky's one-door cabin, and I know he got the DK.
Ah, okay. Someone, yeah, TSP in chat said he just did DK, so... That's a quick GB being missed. And we know he has the rocket barrel. I mean, yeah, sorry, we know he has the guitar. Well, and rocket barrel. He definitely has both of those moves, so it would have been a quick one. Maybe it's a little unintuitive, right? Because you have to lose rocket barrel to call squawks. You need to not get the quick drop on you, and then you need to go back down and rocket barrel into it. But
oh, that'd be so unfortunate, the quick drop on you. Anyways, oh, that's what Feather goes for. Okay, I was wondering why he was buying that.
Yeah, for the spinning wheel. What is Bismuth doing in the production room? Does he not know how to get into the...
I assume he's trying to ledge clip into the,
It must be for Crusher room, yeah. But you can just phase walk in, but maybe he's not comfortable with that. But I think it's a lot easier than this. Yeah, so Almost Eagle pointed out, was it Candyboots who just set up Isle's Summit GB by playing trombone? Probably because you can chain that together with Diddy's Cage GB and Isles.
Oh, ran out of oranges. That's tough.
I see. Yeah, so he knows the ledge clip. It's not the easiest ledge clip, that's for sure. Okay, wait, I really need to be paying attention to what Mumbotoken's doing here. He did the Hunky Chunky escape. He's made it to the production room. Where does he go from here?
Did he get it already?
No. Wait. No, there's no way. What's the one? Maybe he got like the mini monkey
Dark
one on
room?
the way up. Oh, dark room. Dude, I should have paid way closer attention to where he was because he's doing something really cool. Actually,
I mean, now he's going to dark room.
Yeah. Oh, he found another area with a fixed camera for a moment. I was able to override the main one.
Oh no, not another chunk tag. Oh, he got it. He got dark room.
Wow.
That's incredible. I hope
Oh
Adam's
my
not about to do
God.
that as well, because that's incredible.
Dude, I didn't think anyone
Probably not a
would
good
do
use of
that.
time.
I need to go back and watch exactly how he did that. Yeah, Adam is going for the same.
Do you think he's clipping out, or do you think he's just forgetting that you can't get, or not knowing you can't get detection, man?
I think Adam also knows what the challenge is, or had some idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I think hopefully he's checked this and knows that you have to clip out and go for other gold bananas with it.
I mean,
I guess the
think
cool
of
thing about
last-
this one is that you have infinite crystals, so you have time.
Yeah. Last week I linked the video for the ABC video that clipped out of here with Hunky Chunky, and I wonder if that influenced people to like really want to do this one.
Yeah, I wish I could give somehow more points for the harder GBs, but we don't have it set up for that. So
Look at Candyboots.
Yeah, why is Candyboots opening this again? Something with
He's
Mini
gonna
Monkey?
get Mini Monkey. Yeah, and then do what with it?
Like Mini Monkey... Oh yeah, I guess it's hard to... I think he actually came in here first without melting the ice and had a hard time trying to get Tiny into that room. Because...
Well,
yeah, how do
what's
you
hard
get...
about that? You ledge clip, and then you.
He tried ledge
go in there-
clipping, and then he couldn't get it somehow. Wow,
I mean,
look
I think
at...
we
Wait,
just-
how did Adam not get the fixed camera? Does he know something we don't?
There might be another trigger he passed under or something like maybe.
Yeah,
he
but
took
I
the-
thought it was... What? Okay, so Adam gets Dark Room. Does Adam
What if he
also...
took the warp from R&D to store or to this room?
I
Is
thought
that
banana
table?
port warps go away when you're Hunky
Not
Chunky.
the banana port warp, the like drop down the hatch warp.
He's doing production room too. Oh my god.
If I had to guess how he got that free camera, I'm guessing he somehow fell down the place you do like the second person adventure. Place.
You don't even need to clip. You just backflip up and you get it.
That's awesome.
Dude, I've never seen this. This is amazing.
That is awesome. Now, if I would have given triple points if he had TBS set up ahead of time and then tagged another column.
Wow. So I'm already blown away by what the runners have pulled off here.
I still don't know why Candy unthaw that ice though.
I like...
That's so weird.
No, I can see why. He tried it without unthawing the ice and had too much trouble. So we just saw Bismuth knows that you can take Monkey Port as Mini Monkey, because he used that to get the Sax Pad GB just now.
Nice. Okay, I think everyone's gotten that GB at this point that Mumbo just got, which is the arcade room tiny GB.
Yeah, that's one of the most like obvious ones. Actually, did Candy go through Factory? I don't think so.
Oh, maybe
no,
not.
Candy
Okay.
just did a Caves visit, and now he's doing Aztec. So he still has all of the Factory ones available later.
Adam, no. Adam, no.
Oh, he doesn't know that he can't
No.
get this one. That's pretty funny. Mumbotoken knows you can't. And now he figures out, oh, the barrel's gone. Okay, we see Bismuth going to Japes. Japes is a level that doesn't have a lot of barrels in it. I think it really just has like the Mini Monkey and Hunky Chunky barrels.
Yeah.
Nothing
Shouldn't have
else.
the other three.
Yeah.
Even so, like that's two very easy, probably more than two very easy GBs, because you could take both of those out of the area and just collect like their caged GBs.
Yeah, actually, Chunky can get everything except for what's in the underground, I think.
Is it 3 out of 5? Because he's not getting his underground or his blueprint. So.
Yeah, so Chunky can get 3. Tiny can at least get 1 very quick one and the stump. I know that you can get Tiny's Cage GB as Mini Monkey, but it's kind of a pain to set up, and it takes a lot of crystals. Right? You do skew, and then you... Yeah, I guess it's not that much of a pain. You just have to set up skew. But the thing is that it burns a lot of crystals.
Yeah, that it would. But with either of them, you could probably stop by the ferry here. It's fast.
These challenges are either console is fine. The only difference is if people are playing on VC, they have an hour 27 minutes instead of an hour 30, just so that it balances out a bit. Okay, I liked what I'm seeing from Candyboots setting up the Gong Tower and probably also going to do the Vulture Race GB. Oh, he's doing both at the same time. Perfect. As long as he doesn't get a soft lock, he should be good. Which, he's a bit too slow. I don't even think he's going to reach the Gong. Oh, no, he is. Ha! He banked the wall. Okay. Well, that's better than getting a soft lock. But he'll have to detour for that Gong.
Mumbotoken trying to use oranges to skip that dance thing with Mini Monkey.
That's funny.
And Awhitmore
get an easy Isles pickup. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it really worth it to stay Mini? Oh yeah, oh, it is. Right, because Mumbotoken is basically going to use Mini Monkey to now also Monkey port up and get the one at the top.
Yep.
Of DK Isles. Yeah, Adam is in a big lead now. I mean, he's the only person who basically managed his time in Aztec and Castle to actually get some GBs while he was going through the beginning section.
Do you like Vulture Race?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because you pair it... I mean, I like it in the sense that it's an obvious one. You can pair it with another quick golden banana, like this and the tower, both being done.
Yeah.
I don't
Better than
mind
Owl
it.
Race.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Owl Race or Rabbit Race.
Bismuth struggling with Shell Clip. It's always funny when people struggle to clip out of bounds with Hunky Chunky because it's so easy to clip out of bounds when you're not even trying.
That's true. Bismuth's, yeah, hopefully gonna be able to get... Oh, come on, no, don't ignore the boulder. Or maybe he'll just go back down for it. He's gonna get Hunky's... Wait, what? Why is he doing this out of bounds?
To get to the cage from underneath?
I guess. Phase walk? Yeah, probably. Okay, hopefully he's familiar with this and can do it without running out of crystals. No! He fell!
Oh.
He has to pause exit. He reset the game? Did he instantly soft lock? Are you kidding me?
That is...
That's such a huge time loss.
You go back to Japes at this point, or do you just like cut your losses and move on?
I mean, he didn't get any of the... No, he got one, I guess.
He got the Mini Monkey.
He got the Mini Monkey and the one Hunky Chunky one, but he didn't get the other two, which should have been really quick. But I guess at this point, yeah, maybe you go to a different level. I don't really know.
Japes is one of those levels you can always come back to. So.
Yeah, maybe he could save those two for the end if he has, like, time under the last 5 minutes or whatever. But, like...
Looks like he's doing Isles now.
Based on what we saw Candy doing, there's a lot in caves that are worth going for. And there's a lot in Isles that are worth doing. Adam is doing a minecart mayhem. What? Which minecart mayhem is... Oh boy. Okay, you want to watch Mumbotoken here. Oh yeah, that's the Japes minecart mayhem. Duh. Right. Okay, I like what Bismuth is doing here with the Hunky Chunky and DK Isles. But he did not set up the Chunky instrument pad because... And Mumbotoken basically spent like more than an hour on stream last week figuring this out. Yeah, you have to place a boulder here in order for Hunky Chunky to be able to jump off of it and get up to the upper part of DK Isles. So he's setting this up now.
Oh my gosh, he's actually doing it.
Yep. Hey, it's something he researched. He knows how to do it, and it's a relatively quick GB. Plus, you can chain it together with the other two that like Bismuth just did.
Look at Adam trying to climb this wall.
You can just grab the vine. Okay,
He was trying to, but he just kept missing it somehow.
Ah, that's a much easier way of out-of-boundsing by Funkies.
Forgot about that one.
Alright, he's got that GB. Candyboots, now, since he did his return trip to Aztec, he's going to get the two that Adam had got early on. Oh, that's an interesting out-of-bounds with Chunky. Straight back to the... I didn't know about that you could just jump on the...
Adam would know all these very obscure Hunky Chunky out-of-bounds.
Oh, wow! First or second try TBS.
This is where things start to get interesting.
Yeah, see, I didn't experiment with this at all when I was doing this challenge, but if you can get other Kongs to get TBS, and then you get... Oh, DK, of course. My God. DK has, like, 2 super free GBs. 3 super free GBs out in the open.
Yep. Just don't hit this loading zone. Oh, and he can't anyway.
Yeah, hopefully he's able to get out of here.
Or is it a tiny loading zone?
No, it's an anyone loading zone. Oh, okay, Mumbotoken, meanwhile, going for... Nice, he got up. Now, hopefully these vines don't troll him.
Yeah, these vines can be uncooperative.
Okay, he's got it. He's got this Chunky Instrument GB in aisles with Hunky Chunky.
Adam just ran over the cage with Hunky DK, and that was enough.
Really?
He didn't flip into it.
That's crazy. I never would have even thought... Well, I should have thought, yeah. I guess TBS and Japes is really powerful with DK. That's gonna just keep him even further in the lead.
Yep.
Chunky
Chunky
does...
regulars.
Yeah. Alright, and Mumbotoken also got the Rock GB. And probably the Cage GB too. I just didn't pay attention to that. Adam up to 16 already because of this Japes TBS. No, 17.
Yeah, that was an incredibly good play. Like, of all the TBSs, that could easily be the most beneficial.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had thought of that when I was doing this challenge. I think the only TBS I went for when I playtested this was the Beanstalk Skip and Fungi. And that's not even, like, that beneficial. It's just the one that I'm familiar with.
Now he's about to do a crazy moon kick out of bounds, because he can.
Cool. Is he going for the fairy? Probably. Nice. Wow, landed right in the pool. That's an expert level maneuver there. To know exactly which way to go from that moon kick so that you don't void out and you make it to this fairy pool. Because it's very easy to void out there if you turn the wrong way in midair. Oh, we see some more TBS. Mumbotoken TBS and Isles. Yeah, you're right, Cynthia. I didn't have as much actual prep time. Even though I knew what the challenge was, I just didn't, like, do the research when I was play testing.
So, Mumbo's not going to get a Hunky Kong, but he will get a Crystal Kong, I guess is what we can call it.
So, how does that work? If you're already using Hunky Chunky, and then you go over and switch Kongs, you still have the effect, but you won't be large, right?
So yeah, you won't be large, but you'll hear like the footsteps and stomps, and you'll see like the coconuts continue to count down. And if you press Z plus C left, you'll still like de-transform. Quote.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I see. You can even see the screen like shaking a bit. Okay, so that unlocks 2 quick DKGBs in DK Isles. Now, I hope he opened this gate in advance because you can't take out your gun. Oh yeah, he did.
Great.
Nice. And Adam is actually once again setting up TBS, this time with Tiny. Interesting. Oh, he didn't even bother to use the mini monkey for this because he's gonna Hunky Chunky it anyway.
Bismuth and Forest now, interestingly.
Yeah, interesting choice. Forest has, a number of GBs you can do. It's got... I feel like even though Forest has a lot of GBs that work for this challenge, a lot of them are slow. Like, you've got the top of Giant Mushroom bonus barrel. You've got the Owl Race, which is really slow. You've got Rabbit Race, which is really slow.
I think you top of Giant Mushroom and you TBS, honestly.
Yeah.
So you get Tiny's Beanstalk.
Yeah,
but even
those two are fine.
Yeah, Forest is kind of terrible, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's maybe second worst after Galleon. I like this one with Candyboots getting the Mini Monkey GB in the Galleon lobby. So I wasn't paying attention to Adam the whole time, but I assume he got Tiny's Cage GB with Hunky Tiny.
I have to imagine. I was watching a different screen.
Yeah. And he's also planning to do Lanky's Mad Maze Mall with, I guess, Hunky Lanky, right? Because there's no other way.
Well, it's Hunky Lanky or Mini Lanky, and you really should pick Hunky Lanky.
Man, I wouldn't have expected like all of this stuff in Japes with the TBS, but you know, it seems to actually be a good idea. They're all pretty quick GBs.
I wonder if people would have gone for this if they didn't have a week to think about it and go, you know what, this is probably the goal, I'm going to prepare for it.
This seems like something that you only do if you had time to prepare.
So yeah, watch those hint images, runners. If you can reverse engineer the goal from the hint image, then you have a nice advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Mumbotoken is going... What is Mumbotoken doing in the hill?
There's no reason to be in here.
I mean, he could be, again, Hunky...
Oh, getting the height. Okay, yeah, this makes sense.
He could be going for Hunky Diddy stuff.
Yep, that's it. That's the reason.
But I feel like this is kind of a long setup in addition to needing to use the Hunky Chunky barrel.
But every Hunky you do in Japes gets you at least 2 gold bananas. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Get your Cage GB, you get this high GB.
Oh, Adam's also clearing this Lanky bonus barrel. Yeah, so he'll get both bonus barrels plus Lanky's Cage GB with Hunky Lanky. Yeah, I'm not gonna give the next hint a whole week in advance. I think like two days is enough. I think just giving people like from Friday and Saturday to prepare is probably fine.
I mean, considering how much Adam is running away with it thanks to all these Japes maneuvers, I could see Mumbotoken getting into a clear second place soon enough. If he can also do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, especially seeing Bismuth in Fungi, Candyboots on his way to Fungi. Like, I'm a little disappointed that Candyboots hasn't even done Factory yet, and that I would think has like, you know, a decent number of good ones.
Well, to be honest, there's 40 minutes left. That's a lot of time to get a lot of different things.
Yeah, they still have time to make their way into other levels for sure. All I know is this is going to be a challenge where I think, unlike previous challenges, the winner is going to do better than I did in my playtest.
What was your score?
Let me check, because I don't remember. But I have it in my chat message with you.
I originally thought this was going to be more about optimizing which gold bananas to go for, but honestly, the more with how fast things are going, this is going to be a lot about just getting everything you can. They still have so much time left.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, when I was playtesting it at around an hour and a half mark, I had started already going for pretty slow stuff, and just like things that were like the only thing I could think of. Alright, let's see how easy he can grab Lanky's Japes. Oh! Did he fall? Or did he... Oh no, he's good. Yep. So let me see. Crystal clear. Did I actually put what my thing was?
If there's any viewer here who's watching the top right screen right now, you are not welcome me here anymore.
Oh, we didn't have the name locked down back when I tested this.
Okay. There's so much cool stuff happening right now, and then there's just a DK64 minigame. So sad. Oh, Adam got... I wonder if he was intending to get that cutscene. Or if he just forgot about it. Yeah, I'm looking right now, I'm seeing skewed tiny on the right, bottom right. I'm seeing massive DK on the bottom left.
This is a great challenge for, like, funny looking tricks.
Yep.
Okay, I had 30 GBs at an hour and a half when I tested this.
So Adam's going to clear that easily with all the tag barrel shenanigans he did.
I had 20 at the hour mark.
Oh, okay.
For reference. So...
Though, to be fair, he has faster stuff left.
Yeah, if he's already at 20 at, 56 minutes, he'll definitely be on pace.
Looks like he hasn't done much in aisles yet.
Oh, right. He didn't do a lot of aisles. It's nice to see Mumbotoken using Hunky DK. Bismuth is getting the Beanstalk GB the normal way. Yeah, this is, I guess, where you can see the difference. Like, the type of GBs that, like, by the intended mechanics you can get while using these moves versus what TBS opens up for you. Like, Bismuth at 12. Now, he did also... Now, he knew that he could do more in Japes, but he got soft-locked, unfortunately, with Hunky Chunky. So I guess that's the main thing that set him back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know how many total golden bananas are possible in this challenge. We didn't count it up. It's just enough that, like, it was more than enough for us to have to worry about people doing them all. Especially with TBS stuff. Like, there's a lot that we probably didn't even think about being possible, but they are if you do some convoluted TBS setup.
I've played enough of this game to think that if you're a TAS, any area with a barrel probably works. And that's not even opening up the possibility of wrong grabbing a barrel into an area where it's not normally. Like,
I don't know if you can wrong grab. Could you wrong grab, like, the transformation barrels?
I've wrong grabbed Mad Jack, like, in the middle of Fungi Forest. Like, you can wrong grab random stuff sometimes.
Wow, okay. I like this one from Candyboots. Did Bismuth do this? Carry the apple? Seems like an obvious one to do right after the beanstalk, but I feel like we didn't see that. Oh, probably because it didn't have skew, so... Oh, he's actually opening the gate. Really? I feel like opening the gate is never faster than just going and getting skew again, but sure.
To clarify, when you wrong grab Mad Jack, he doesn't actually spawn in your hands. You just hold the ID for Mad Jack, and if you walk through a loading zone, the game tries to spawn him and crashes.
Ah.
But if you were holding a rocket barrel instead, the game would not crash.
Alright, let's see Mumbotoken do the Japes Hunky escape with Chunky this time. It's funny, he went for the DK ones first, and is now actually going out with Hunky Chunky himself. So, yeah, we definitely should see the boulder, right? Yep, first thing he's going for. Nice. Oh, Adam now going to Caves. I like that choice. Or at least Caves Lobby. Hopefully he'll remember both of them in Caves Lobby. I don't think he's done either of them yet.
He's just going straight to Caves.
Mumbotoken working on Chunky's Cage GB. This is where Bismuth fell. I hope that we don't see the same mistake. Okay, I like the way he's doing this. He even got more height off of Hunky's hut. That looks really good. Nice! Wow, he didn't even get a GB dance. Perfect. Bismuth also now getting the apple carry.
Does Bismuth know how to TBS? Actually.
I don't think he would like have worked out any TBSs for this challenge. Does he know how to do it in general? I would hope so. It's been out for a long time. Like, it's not a newer trick.
Yeah, but it's something you would never do unless you ran any percent after it became part of the route, and I don't know if he has. Or if he just...
And I don't think he's done it for his 101 PB either, so... No, maybe he's not really comfortable doing TBS in these kind of challenges. Well, we see Candyboots has now been caught up to by Mumbotoken in a tie for second, at least out of our our restreamed runners. I'm gonna take a moment just to see where the remaining 3 runners are.
If you didn't say that, I was just about to do that, so go ahead. Adam also low on crystal coconuts in his top left room.
Okay, Corncob just picked up her 18th, I think.
Okay.
Or is that the 17th? Her counter's at 17, her GB count is at 18. So she might have grabbed one that didn't count. Obio has 19, but only 15 of them counted, apparently. Okay, so he's at 15.
Okay.
And Claire is at 7 now. She's in Aztec getting the Vulture Race and the Gong Tower, hopefully.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Now we know why Mumbo wanted everyone to join. Because he knew this was the race where he was going to farm people.
Yeah, actually, this should be his highest, his best result so far.
Yeah. We see Candyboots doing Rabbit Race. I wonder if he's just didn't think about TBS, or he didn't want to do TBS, or he didn't know it was legal. Because it has to be one of those 3. Because if you do think about it and you know it's legal and you're okay doing it, you absolutely should be doing it.
Well, TBS doesn't really help for this GB, right?
It doesn't, but the fact that he's going for this GB and not doing a bunch of other stuff makes me worry that he's discounted TBS for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not particularly like that you would be using it in this level, more like the Jape stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing this if you are going to be using TBS? Spend your time elsewhere.
Yeah. What is Adam visiting Candy for here? He already... No, maybe he didn't have guitar yet. Yeah, he probably didn't.
Caves Lobby. Yeah.
Caves Lobby, and it also helps for the 2 Diddy cabins and caves. Oh, Mumbotoken going for TBS again, this time in Isles. Mumbotoken, did he already do the DK Isles stuff, or that was Adam?
No, that was Mumbotoken.
Okay. So then who else is worthwhile to switch to in Isles besides DK?
Lanky, maybe? Get his one behind Kalemzy?
That's just one. I mean, sure, it's... Yeah.
It's fast.
Sure, I guess.
Well, if you already did DK, then it's got to be Lanky. There's no one else who would do.
Yeah, because Tiny you can already get as Mini Monkey. And Diddy's also, you already have Rocketbarrel, so... Okay, I think he's decided it's not worth it. Which I think was a good choice.
Well, here's the other benefit, is if you do get that one with Lanky, then you come up, take Warp 2, and you could use the D-Transformation boost to do Aztec early. It's a very easy Aztec early if anyone ever is in the situation where they TBS tagged Hunky Chunky and Isles.
Good to know. Alright, I like Adam and Bismuth are both doing cave stuff next. Actually, they're almost synced up here, going for Madme's Mall. Alright, Candyboots gets to 19 first, before Mumbo. Where is Mumbo going next?
Or
Fungi?
there's no else he wouldn't be doing this kick if he's not going to Fungi.
Yeah.
Unless he's getting Diddy's Rocket Barrel.
Ah, he might just be going up doing the 2 with Diddy, because those are definitely worth it regardless of whether you go into Fungi or not.
Yeah.
I would like to see Mumbo save at least some time for a Caves visit, since we've seen how many good ones are there. And Mumbo also hasn't done the Aztec revisit yet.
I think ending on the Aztec revisits. Oh, no, he's going right now.
Okay, nice. Quick phase walk.
Yeah. He's grown up so fast.
Yeah, I'm so impressed at how quickly Mumbo learned that trick. Bismuth very low in crystals. He's gonna have to pick some up somewhere. Oh, fell into the river.
Oh, the DK64. Yeah, Candyboots getting the bean here means he's definitely not doing any Rocket Barrels TBS stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna see Mumbo overtake Candyboots in the next 5 to 10 minutes for sure. Just based on the type of GBs that Candy's been going for and what Mumbo still has ahead of him.
And I feel like we talk about him the least, but Bismuth is right up in there with Candyboots.
Yeah.
17 is not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, he had a major setback in Japes, but I think other than that, his choices for where to go, excluding, like, you know, not taking advantage of TBS, have been pretty good. Like, he hasn't wasted his time with really slow stuff, and he has gone to the levels that have more of the quick ones. Looks like he's about to get 18 in Lanky's cabin, and I think he still has the 2 Diddy cabins ahead of him. And hopefully we'll see him also think of... Oh, that's such an unfortunate timing to get the cutscene.
Yeah, that's...
It's just interrupting the baboon balloon. He's going to fall down and have to use it again. And also have to watch out for the rocks. Mumbotoken doing old style guitar skip with Diddy. Kind of a tricky trick. I think he would be fine to just phase walk this, based on what we saw from his Aztec ability. Okay. Hey, look! Adam got the one I was hoping for. Okay. Mini monkeyed into the monkey port pad. Very cool. Wow, Adam is going to be at 30, like, super early. This is crazy.
I mean, the TBSs and Japes gave him, what, like 6 or 7 at least extra gold bananas?
Yeah.
That are all very fast?
Yeah, he got so much out of Japes. And also the Hunky Chunky stuff in Factory that we weren't really sure if people would go for. Bismuth now up to 18. Mumbotoken is setting up, I think, the Hunky Chunky caged bonus barrel in Aztec. And he might also be setting up Is he going to set up the vase room? I think he is, because I know that he, like, looked into that in advance. The main thing is, did he open the room? Because that's,
yeah.
That's
well,
what
you could always face walk in.
Not really. The face walk angles don't work very well for that. Unfortunately, he doesn't know the easy way of clipping into this bonus barrel cage.
Can't you do it by the DK portal? Or I know you can, maybe it's not easy.
Oh, you're talking about the face walking at the entrance?
Yeah.
You can do it on the left side of the DK portal, but then you have to, like, navigate around back. Around the back of the DK portal, which is a pain. Okay, Adam is trying for this skid jump backflip. Maybe we'll see the damage boost come into play.
I like Candyboots going back to Castle. I think there are a few very good ones in Castle.
Yeah, Adam got like a couple, 3 at least quick ones here. Okay, Adam giving up on that GB, as Candy earlier did. Bismuth now going and doing his 5-door cabins with Diddy. Mumbo's setting up the bonus barrel in Aztec for Chunky. Yeah, Chunky and Aztec is kind of like an option that a few of our other runners who already went to Aztec didn't consider or didn't decide to do. Like, people who go to Aztec definitely are thinking about the obvious DK and Diddy ones, but yeah, these ones with Chunky require a little bit more outside the box thinking, I guess. And a little bit longer setup.
Adam did just get Diddy in Cave's lobby, so that's good.
Very good. And probably DK is going to be next. Alright, let's see Mumbotoken getting his bonus GB. He's got to clip the cage again because of how he set this up. Actually, that could be pretty rough. Okay, no, he got it.
You know what? I'm gonna say right now, Candyboots is beating Mumbotoken. Even though I've been saying the opposite. I've been saying the opposite for a while, but
right now Mumbotoken's going for some stuff that's pretty slow, so I can see how that could end up happening. Plus, Candyboots has just got like the experience as a DK runner.
So Bismuth is about to get into second place.
Yeah. Because he has this one, and then that'll make him tied with Candyboots. And after that, I don't think he's quite done with Caves even then, right?
Did he do the top room?
Yeah, he did the top room first.
Okay.
But he hasn't done the monkey port, I think. Okay, so Mumbotoken at this point maybe realized... I don't know if he's just saving the vase GB for later or deciding to skip it. Either way, he's going for the two easier Diddy ones, which is definitely a good call. Alright, Bismuth up to 20. Other than Adam, everyone else is like really close for second here.
Do you think anyone will even catch up to where Adam is right now?
I
don't know if anyone else
yeah,
is 29.
In another 18 minutes, I do think it's possible. But I don't think anyone is beating Adam, that's for sure. He's definitely going to take this win.
Did he just go back to Caves just to buy saxophone?
Maybe? To spawn the...
Caves lobby.
Yeah, I guess he realized that he didn't have that yet and wanted it for the Hunky Chunky and Isles, which I think makes sense. Alright, Mumbotoken doing Stealthy Snoop and Aztec, and easy one. Oh yes, Bismuth is going for the monkey port. GB. What is Candyboots doing now? Is he doing Lanky's One-Door Cabin? Or... No, he's in Castle. I totally forgot. Okay, so he probably did the Big Bug Bash. He's going to do Greenhouse. He might do Lanky's Crypt. I would like to see Lanky's Crypt. I think it's fast enough.
Well, what stages hasn't he done yet?
Candyboots hasn't gone back to Aztec. But I like his choice to potentially be saving that as his last level visit. I also think there's more for Candyboots and Isles that he might not have done yet. You could play Sax as Mini Monkey, yes. But maybe he didn't know that for sure. We're looking at Adam here. I think Adam's set up. I think he might have played Sax at the top of Creme Isle, not as Mini Monkey. And he's gonna go back with Mini Monkey later. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. There's really no reason not to do it as Mini Monkey. Yep, Candyboots going for Lanky Crypt, so that's one that we haven't seen any other runners do yet.
It's a good choice. Ooh, Bismuth gets a really annoying drop on that banana.
Oh, so he just forfeited that GB. Right, he had to... Wait, no, did he grab the GB almost seagull? Or did he just spawn the sax pad? Because the sax pad spawns when you spawn the GB. I don't think you have to actually collect the GB, right? He spawned it, he didn't
yeah,
collect
that sounds
it.
right.
Okay, so he can still go back and get it with Mini Monkey. Alright, with that, Adam has officially surpassed my practice run of 30.
15 minutes left.
He got a TVS with the D-Trans. Sick.
Wow. Was that intentional?
Definitely intentional. That's a frame perfect transformation.
Yeah, that's...
Or detransformation. Wait, why did he... I don't think... I don't know.
Z trying to warp and tagging?
Maybe he has no use for tag rails. That's funny. So he did tag rail storage. We were all thinking, oh, he's gonna set up some, you know, more hunky other Kong stuff, but actually maybe he doesn't have any more of that to do.
Messed up Aztec early and now is going to Forest? Adam?
I think Adam might have run out of ideas in terms of like what he had planned to do, and he's trying to figure out what to do with the remaining time. Yeah, since Kitagiri asked about the challenge, I'll show the image again. Artwork courteous of my lovely wife. Not even ashamed. I really like the artwork on this one. We got the glistening DK butt. We've got Hunky Chunky, Rocketbarrel, Orangstand Sprint, Mini Monkey, and of course the golden bananas that you must collect while using one of these transformation barrels.
And just a general reminder that people spent time staring at DK's butt until they could figure out the challenge.
Yeah.
That's what we made people do. That's what people are willing to do for this challenge series. That shows you how high the stakes are.
Mm-hmm. Bismuth setting up the Chunky Vase GB, and Mumbo is going to do it also. Interesting.
Oh, museum.
Ballroom? You mean?
Ballroom, I meant. I can't remember the names. Yeah, ballroom.
Right, Ballroom is another obvious, in hindsight, Rocketbarrel GB. I don't know why I forgot about it. I guess it's on the slower side of things, but it doesn't require any, you know, special tricks. It's just a GB that you normally get in Rocketbarrel, so that works. Alright, let's see Mumbotoken.
I was literally working on this golden banana earlier today. I don't know why I didn't think of this.
So we got 3 runners doing chunky Aztec GBs right now. Candyboots, meanwhile, did the castle revisit, which I think is probably a better use of his time. And he still can go to Aztec after this, which is probably going to be his plan, I imagine. Because you want to at least get the 2 DK ones and the 2 Diddy ones. And maybe one, if not both, of Chunky's. Oh, actually, we haven't seen anyone do or attempt the one in the Llama Temple with Tiny.
Yeah. I would expect someone to at least try that. If not the TBS in there and get even more. We also haven't seen anyone go to Galleon.
I don't think there's any real reason to go to Galleon. Galleon Lobby has one.
I would have expected someone to try.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. You can get
Mini Monkey.
you can get the top of Lighthouse GB. It's just not that fast. All right, good on Bismuth to get the Vase GB as Hunky Chunky. Mumbotoken is trying the same now. Did he already go for it once and just messed up somehow? I hope he knows how to get out of bounds without going through the detransform trigger. He knows the strat. It's to jump on the torch and jump out from the torch. Okay, he's out. Now he just has to go the right way. You can probably just go toward that tag barrel. No, he voided! Yeah, he needed to go further left. That's a bummer. Okay, Bismuth going in doing the Tiny Temple Mini Monkey one. Although he didn't freeze, he didn't unfreeze the pool yet. So yeah, let's see if Bismuth has a strategy for getting this without freezing, thawing the water, or if, like Candyboots, he will try and fail to get through. Yeah, and Adam has begun his Aztec cleanup now with just 10 minutes to spare.
I would think it'd be even easier to ledge clip with Mini Monkey. I don't know about on this ledge, but at least where you would do it in any percent. Hold any percent. Not to mention you could phase walk anywhere in this. Or phase walking can be a bit harder. Mini Monkey, never mind.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't think you like move enough for the phase walk.
Yeah.
Oof. This is kind of scary to go for under the. Oh, he got it. Go. Will he have enough crystals? Hopefully. I think he should. Wow, the camera behaves so like weirdly. It looks so. Doesn't the frame rate just look so odd? Like,
it's jittery, or it's like snapping in place instead of just flowing freely.
Yeah, so weird. All right, well he got it. I guess that did save time. Oh, look at Mumbotoken. Mumbotoken opted not to set up this GB in advance and is actually doing the GB with Hunky Chunky.
Oh, I mean that's faster if you don't run out of coconuts, but that's a gamble.
It is a gamble. He should have enough if he doesn't get hit too many times. Oh wow, that's barely on the pad.
That's generous. I'm calling that bad hit detection even if it's for the benefit.
I like how you can just jump to the middle with like one big jump. Oh my god. Does he have enough time? Yep. He's good.
Those
with
are
2
not
crystals to spare.
Candyboots in Factory.
Oh right, Candy didn't do Factory earlier either. Wait, did he? Or I'm going crazy. Hard to keep track.
No, he didn't. I don't think he went straight to caves.
Oh yeah, he was the player. Yeah, he just went straight to caves early on. So he's got at least 3 very easy, obvious ones here. Will he figure the Hunky Chunky escape stuff? I feel like he's gonna just do the obvious Tiny and DK ones first, and then maybe try to mess around with that if he has time.
Yeah, I mean, if he just gets to 29 here, I think that leaves him in a pretty good position for second place.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Mumbo reset out of Aztec. He's got 8 minutes to go to another level and figure something out. Mumbo didn't yet clear caves, did he? I don't remember
He's
seeing...
missing some level. The fact
I
that
think
Bismuth
it's
is tied
caves.
with him.
Yeah, I think Mumbotoken didn't do caves yet. And he really should, because there's a lot of easy ones there. Just getting enough crystals for everything he might want to do. Come on, warp 2. Yep, okay. He's got to be doing caves, right? Don't go to fungi. Please don't go to fungi. All the fungi options are slow. No. Unless I'm wrong and he already did everything in caves, but...
Was Adam just an Aztec?
Adam was an Aztec, yeah. Once these runners go into Aztec, if they didn't... Well, in this case, you'd have to reset to get out, basically, or save in Qued. Because the door isn't open. I hope I'm not just misremembering and, like... I'm pretty sure Mumbo didn't do stuff in caves.
Well, he's at 24 gold bananas, and he got a bunch of stuff with TBS.
Right.
So clearly he's missing some easy level, whether it be caves or something else. Forest is not the play here, especially if you missed this.
Go caves, Mumbo. Especially now that you're here. This might have saved him.
Oh, the lucky miss of Forest early. We love to see.
Yay! No, he's
no.
He's stubbornly not going to caves. The game is trying to point him in the right direction. Wow, look at this hit detection on the... I just heard, like I wasn't watching Candyboots' stream, but I have his audio on, and I just heard, like, the miss sound, like, 5 times in a row. So I had to look over.
Wonderful. Don't forget the mini first.
Now, it does matter who gets to the next GB first in the event of tie breaks. So, like, Bismuth is at 25 before Mumbo here. Because I could definitely see some players tying for their final GB count, with there only being 5 minutes remaining.
Adam Whitmore has honestly had a really poor back section. And it doesn't matter because he had such a huge lead, but
yeah, his lead has dwindled a lot, but
yeah, since the 115 mark, he has not been doing so hot. He's still gonna win though.
He's still absolutely gonna win, yeah. Unless Candyboots can pull a miracle in Japes.
Maybe he's going for TBS now.
He was in Japes earlier, but didn't do TBS, right?
Well, the B-locker wasn't cleared.
Oh, wait, no. He was never in Japes. Ooh. How quickly can Candyboots get at least the 4 easiest ones? The ones that you can get with... The 3 with Hunky Chunky and the 1 with Tiny.
You would need at least 5 to take first, because he's going to lose the
True. Yeah, he would lose the tiebreak. And plus Adam's pretty close to getting, I think, this Diddy caged. And no, has he already done that?
I guess so.
Yeah, no, Adam has to go into Fungi for something. Mumbo might get to 26 before Bismuth, which could matter a lot.
I think Bismuth will get to 26 before Mumbo, but I think Mumbo will get to 27 before Bismuth, because he's about to probably get 2 golden in his Rocketbarrel.
Oh, wait,
Unless
yeah,
he
you're
got
right.
the first.
Yeah,
Unless he got
26
the
on
first.
Bismuth's side is first. Wow, by a few seconds. And Mumbo did already get the other one, so...
Oh, is he getting Cave's Lobby now?
Oh, Cave's Lobby. Yep, yep. That's going to
Okay,
be 2 more. This is going to be really close. And Candyboots at 28. He's gotten Skew, and he should have enough time to at least get Tiny, and he's not going to be able to do the minecart mayhem, but it isn't in his best interest to do it at this point. He's probably just going to go escape with Hunky Chunky and get the other 2 quick ones, which will put him at 31. Oh my god, Adam's out of ammo! No. Adam was set up for these 2, and he has no ammo somehow. How did that even happen? What do you blow your ammo on in this challenge?
I'm racking my head. Where would you blow that much ammo?
Okay, Mumbo is going to get to 27 first. And Bismuth is probably only going to have time for this 1 bonus barrel GB. That's going to be it for him. So I think but Bismuth ends with 27. Candyboots getting 34, hopefully in time. Yeah, he'll get this 34th in time. Securing his victory.
34 for Candyboots. Assuming Adam.
Sorry, Adam. I meant to say Adam. Yeah. Absolutely, Adam.
Oh no, Candyboots, no, don't do this.
Maybe he has enough time? It's only a 30-second minigame?
Only 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, he's going to be at a blitz at the end here. But recall they also have 9 more seconds or so than we think they do because of stream delay.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I think in a minute you can get those 3 gold bananas. And he's going to have roughly a minute after this is over. But unless Obio or someone's coming from behind off stream, I don't think it matters really. He's getting
I'm just going to put a chat message in when the time is up. I'll just ping the runners to stop and pause their game.
And he's off. 30 seconds left, running to the back.
20 seconds. He's gonna get the boulder. At least. No, please get the boulder! Get the boulder! Don't bother with the cage! Just get the boulder, Candy! Oh my god! 10 seconds. The clutchest of phase walks. Oh, he got it!
Oh, there you go.
And time is up. Just like that. Oh my god. That's so funny. Let's pull him in.
Yep.
GG's, everybody.
GG, everyone. Candy, what a clutch phase walk. I was hoping you would get the boulder, at least. I was like freaking out when you started climbing the vine. But at least you got one of those too.
I thought that was a funny one. I was like, I just wanted to get that one.
So do you have 31 or 32? 31, I guess.
I have 31.
Okay. So, at least of the 4 that we see on stream, I'm pretty confident in saying congrats to Adam Whitmore for the 34 golden bananas.
GG's.
That's got to be a winner. There was some very impressive TBS routing in both Factory and Japes. Hunky, DK, Hunky... Oh, and in Isles, I think. Or maybe that was just Mumbo who did that.
It wasn't TBS in Factory, it was just escaping with Hunky Chunky.
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Escaping with Hunky Chunky from the Toy Monster room. Oh, Adam's out of here. What? Oh, he's back.
Welcome back.
Probably his mic issues.
How many did OBO, Claire, and Corncob get?
I got 30.
30! Really good. So Candyboots got 31 by getting a phase walk with like 10 seconds left into Chunky's Cage GB and Japes.
I didn't think I was going to make that.
Clutched out.
Now, Mumbo and Bismuth both got 27. And I'm pretty sure Mumbo got to 27 first.
I got my 27 pretty late, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now,
Yep.
Adam. Congrats.
Cool.
What a
Thanks.
sick run.
This is probably my favorite challenge so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mumbo, I gotta say,
love-
I was so impressed to see you doing like Dark Room and the. Did you get the bonus barrel in Factory with Chunky?
Yeah, I was really upset that I missed production room, but
Yeah, Adam got that one too on
I
his.
got the other two.
Now, one thing I didn't know, Adam somehow managed to unfix the camera. How? I was looking away when it happened.
Of what?
How did you unfix the camera from the toy monster area?
I detransform and then do take picture mode.
Oh, that I didn't realize.
Just like how X-Core did in this video.
Wow.
What do you mean detransform?
Like detransform with Hunky Chunky.
So you get Hunky
like,
Chunky, then you
undoing.
detransform, and then you do take picture mode to become Hunky Chunky again?
Yes.
What?
Not
I didn't know that
pic-
was a thing. Hello?
I mean, neither. I mean, I knew take picture mode was a thing that you could be invincible during the fight, but I didn't know that it allowed you to unlock the camera.
I was unsurprised for a fact that it does detransform you after beating Tower Monster.
Oh yeah, you did try to get that GB, and that doesn't work. We also
So
saw
that was
a few
way
runners try to get the Caves Warp 3 bonus GB to find it's too high off the ground.
Yeah.
I made the same
I
mistake.
Yeah, that
I
was.
almost went for
that was
it, but then I was like, that GB is probably too high, and I don't have enough time to go try it and fail. So I just left.
I tried to do skid jump, backflip, but it was out of reach.
Yeah.
There's no way to reach it.
You gotta do some like skew height climb and like not walk too far away from the wall or else you'll get voided out.
Or you could do it with Hunky Tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 or 5 ways you could do it. You could put a boulder, you could skew wall crawl, you could rocket barrel with Tiny, but none of them were really practical for this race.
Yeah.
So.
I thought for sure I was gonna lose because I missed Fungi early twice.
Damn.
You had just built up like a huge lead at around the 28 GB mark. Like when you had that many, I think the next closest was like 20 or 21. So
if you stopped playing at 115, you still would have won. It would have been a tie at 31, I think, and you would have gotten your 31st first. 31st first.
Yeah. And that was really fun.
What did you think of the challenge Bismuth? I was curious to see like which ones you went for. I had the sense that you might not have like known what it was going to be in advance, or how many people knew what the challenge was in advance.
I did.
Did you guys see my stream?
I did.
I totally forgot that if you wait 5 minutes, it kicks you out of the tag barrel.
That is a nice little interesting fact about the game.
Yep.
I didn't know what the challenge was. I thought maybe it had something to do with Simian Slam, but I didn't really look at the bigger hint picture until like 5 minutes before we started. So.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, the small hint picture made it a lot harder to tell what the sparkles were.
When I look at that, I thought it would be entering all transforming barrels like for 30 times.
Oh, like just finding the transformation barrels.
Yeah.
Mumbo knew exactly what the challenge was.
Yeah, I called that like.
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
But I really like the challenge. I don't like how I played it that much, but I have to say, my average attempt counter for phase walking in this race was 1. So
Nice. You did
I
one.
tried it
and got
once,
first. Yeah.
and I got it first try.
Cool. It was such
I didn't
a
like
hard
crashing
break.
in japes though.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say that crashing in japes or soft locking, whatever happened there, was such a hard breaker.
that was a crash.
Because you didn't even get to pick up the boulder yet.
Yeah, I didn't get the
So-
boulder, and I didn't get the KHGB, so I lost that on 2.
Two really quick ones.
Yeah, that would have taken me like maybe 30 seconds more than the reset had to take. So that was a little sad.
That was pretty unfortunate, yeah. So it was interesting. Candyboots prioritized caves pretty early on. And Mumbo, I wanted to double check with you. Did you get a chance to go through caves?
No, I wanted to do it at the end, and then I just screwed up all the stuff at the end. So
I
didn't have enough
was
time.
like begging for you to do caves instead of fungi when you were like when I saw you.
I was never going to fungi. I was just trying to do the
Oh,
Diddy
the Diddy
Rocket
too.
Barrel.
Okay, okay. Well, that makes more sense because I was thinking like fungi is a mistake.
It is.
No one went to Galleon at all, as far as I could tell. I don't think there's enough there.
They went to Galleon Lobby.
Galleon Lobby's got one. That's not a bad option. Yeah.
All right, I didn't think about Galleon Lobby.
What? Okay. There is 1 GB that I grabbed out of habit, which is in japes.
Was it something that you could have gotten with a transformation barrel, or just?
Yes.
Oh, really?
It was spring swing sortie in japes.
Oh, you were gonna get that with Hunky Lanky, right?
Yes.
Squawks
Interesting.
dropped the Caves Lobby GB on me.
Oh, so you tried to
Pretty
set that
upset.
one
Oh
up.
no.
But-
I almost grabbed it. And I almost grabbed the Tiny's Cage GB and Isles out of habit.
Yeah, there were a couple of cases where you had to be careful about not immediately grabbing a GB when you spawned it. This was really fun to watch, and yeah, is there anyone else who wanted to share their experience? I don't think we heard from Claire yet.
I hope you both enjoy watching my japes one.
By the way, Claire, just want to say thank you for joining. I'm so happy we got the biggest race so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
7
thanks.
entrants.
It was a good time, even if I am really not very good at this game.
No worries.
It's okay, the more the merrier.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's a lot to discover about this game, and as these challenges go on, we tried to pick things that are sort of more obscure as you go. This was sort of the first challenge where like I didn't even know how to do all of the tricks that some of you pulled off. Like Mumbotoken's discovery of how to get Hunky Chunky up to his instrument pad in Isles last weekend, or whatever day it was. that was pretty cool to sort of have runners discover new tricks for this challenge.
Yeah, I wanted to
That'd be
try
completely
it.
out of reach.
Was
I
it
thought about
posted
that, but I
somewhere,
didn't
or-
go for it. Sorry.
The
Was
trick
the
is
trick posted somewhere, or?
I don't think so. The trick is you have to place a
see if I can
boulder
find it.
in advance.
Oh.
Down by... Because the thing is that tree that you would normally climb is gone when you're Hunky Chunky. And he can't quite get up with even a skid jump backflip. But if you put a boulder down and you skid jump off the boulder, then you can backflip up.
Oh,
Dang,
never thought
man.
of that. That is
The
cool.
one thing that surprised me, I just forgot about it, is how you lose Strong Kong when you take a warp, and that I ended up not having enough time to grab the llama cage GB with DK. That's what I was gonna do next.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say that the only reason I have second place is because Diddy decided to hit the wall of the gong, and I did not soft lock. If I did soft lock in Aztec, I would have been down like so many more places.
You know, that was a
That was
a bit of a
wild.
scare, yeah.
I literally hit the wall of the gong. It was like the most
I remember seeing that,
beautiful
yeah.
save.
Huh.
I had something happen to me that I didn't know could happen. I went up to factory lobby between Fungi and Aztec to get the ferry to refill my crystals. I took the picture, and right as the cutscene happened, the Kasplat shockwaved me and interrupted the cutscene, so I never got my crystal.
Yeah, he didn't
Oh,
get
yeah. That's
I
a
did not know
rare...
that could happen.
I've definitely had that happen, like, on a handful of occasions, but
yeah,
it's
I
super
had
rare.
that happen. Pretty
I knew exactly where that was going.
The bad thing is, if you collect 19 fairies and get that one, you'll get soft locked.
Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Man, Adam knows so many obscure facts about this game. It boggles
I
my
have
mind
to
every
hop
time.
out, but this was fun.
Yeah,
And
thanks everyone for
thanks
joining.
for hosting the race.